All right, let's continue with reacting to this interview a bit. Apologies, I've not gotten very good with responding to comments lately. My goal is to do the video daily. I've been busy. A lot of times I'm making these videos at like 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. But I will catch up on those comments. I really am happy that I see my commenters, my viewers are very insightful. I learn from reading them. I have been at least reading them. And you did give me a video recommendation. I will make that video in the coming days or week, and keep giving me recommendations. Let's get to it.
Interest there. I didn't know much about him, and so the only thing that I had asked her when she said she wanted to...
So that was a funny one. Obviously we know that's a lie. I didn't know much about him, but you heard her voice do this weird little intonation, like I didn't know much about him. And now look, the look again. It's Harry looking a little bit vacant, and her looking like trying to guide the conversation. Again, it's been very consistent. Her holding that hand, the possessive way, and guiding the conversation by looking at him.
What I said was, I had one question. I said, well, is he nice? Because if he wasn't kind, it just didn't...
Oh my gosh. That was such bad acting. I had one question. Is he nice? Like, sure, Meghan, that's all you care about. It's like, again, she has this strong tendency to say exactly the opposite of the truth and repeat it. It's like so obvious just being nice is not what's important to her. She first married a producer to further her career. She wants to be a royal. She's clearly status obsessed. She's not dating some kind, poor Red Cross worker. The other thing I'll mention, let me know your thoughts on this when she said, is he kind? I've noticed, I feel like kind has become a buzzword. Like, it's a good word, but it's weird. I feel like when celebrities and stuff use the word kind, they're normally not kind. Like, it's a word people don't use too much. Like, if you say nice, oh, that's good. But when it's kind, it tends to be people who are not that kind. I don't know if you noticed that.
Would make sense, and so we went and met for a drink, and then I think very quickly into that we said, well, what are we doing tomorrow? We should meet again.
What are we doing tomorrow? Let's meet again. And then it was like, right, diaries. We need to get the diaries out and find out how we're going to make this work, because I was off to Africa for a month. She was working.
Harry's stupid. Again, sorry if you guys used to like him, but again, we could see that change. She's so vacant. Like, he's like, well, yeah, we need to see each other again. Like, you could see this huge contrast where she's like telling that story, and you could see for her it was very much like, was it machinations in her head, like, okay, let's move this forward, and he's like, wow, she really likes me, she likes me for me. So again, he was a very easy target, and I really think that started with everything. Again, I haven't been responding well, but one of you commented that he did have a bit of that resentment about being the spare. I think that's true, but again, I think a big part of the whole fallout was Harry was pretty gullible, maybe emotionally vulnerable, very easy target. She changed his personality over time, but again, his brother William comes in as a brother would do and be like, you idiot, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? Like, guys will do this sometimes. You'll see your friend, he's dating a girl who's treating him like trash. She's got red flags everywhere. And you're like, dude, get your head together. And Harry just, it didn't work out well. He really didn't accept it.
King, and we just said, right, where's the gap? And the gap happened to be in the perfect place.
So how much did you, Prince Harry, know about Meghan? Had you seen her on TV?
No, I'd never even heard about her until this friend said Meghan Markle. I was like, right, okay, give me.
This is funny, like, because he's being genuine, she's not, and it's like a two-edged sword here. It's like she wants it to be like this whole thing was spontaneous, but also it's like, no, I didn't hear of her. Like, no one heard of Meghan Markle before this. No one was watching her. If you saw the acting, her kung fu, or whatever she was doing.
Bit of background, what's going on here?
Fake laugh.
So no, I'd never watched Suits. I'd never heard of Meghan before, and
yeah, no one did.
I was beautifully surprised when I walked into that room and saw her, and there she was sitting there. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna really have to up my game.
What a fool!
And sit down and have a.
You know what? I had a long time ago. There was the interview when Harry and William were speaking about the military. And it was interesting, like Harry was being very self-deprecating and William was kind of teasing him, but in a very brotherly way and also defending him. saying he was doing a great job. But then you saw Harry's like self-deprecation turned into real resentment. I bring that up because I think that Harry really did have a bit of an inferiority complex. And again, I think that's why Meghan was able to sell him so much. You see now he's angrier, but he does carry himself with more certainty. Like it's like his angry role of like vengeance. Whereas here he has a little more insecurity. I bring that up because some people might find Meghan attractive, some wouldn't. But if you are a literal prince, right, and not a bad looking guy, right, and he's fit and whatever, a prince, like to be super nervous just looking at like a run-of-the-mill, fairly attractive woman, it doesn't make a lot of sense. That's like a lack of confidence, right? Like I do a lot of public speaking and work on confidence. I'm probably not going to see a woman I know nothing about and be like, oh, I need to step up my game. You know, at least you want to get to know her. And I think if you're a guy who has experience and confidence, you're going to be that way. It's going to be a little harder for you to get nervous. For you to be a freaking prince getting flustered by just seeing a woman you're attracted to, that's a pretty like low level of confidence, and it made just very easy to manipulate him. It's like, dude, you're a prince. I'm not saying a prince means that you're great, but it's like you're intimidated just by meeting a woman. Like, shouldn't you have very high confidence, be pretty used to meeting very attractive or people who are famous?
And make sure I've got a good chat.
I think for both of us, though, it was really refreshing because given that I didn't know a lot about him, everything that I've learned about him, I learned through him as opposed to having...
So notice she said for both of us, it was really refreshing. She jumped in to create the narrative. So again, Harry's being pretty genuine here. He's kind of like bumbling. He's kind of sweet. He actually comes off pretty nicely. To be fair, like in hindsight, it's like he's really stupid because he got really taken hook, line, and sinker. But also, again, he seems a little not super aware. But with her, she has a goal. She's very much a goal-oriented, manipulative person. She's like, I am here to create a narrative. He's talking about kind of his emotions, being genuine, a little self-deprecating. Even though I said it shows like low confidence, it was kind of charming. Like, oh, I got to step my game up or whatever. Whereas her, she's like, we both didn't know anything about each other. She knows her intention of that interview. It's to paint a certain picture that this all just happened and she's not, you know, a social climber who's manipulating him, which is exactly what she likely is. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to keep making these daily videos and I will hopefully start responding more soon.